Story time about how I got tricked into having a pimp. And my mom literally had to come save me out of a hotel room in Vegas. My mom, my brother, and my cousins. Because, okay, let me tell y'all. So I had ended up dating this dude. I was like 18 at the time, and the dude was like 24. And I had ended up dating him. And at 18, like, older dudes, I really feel like fuck with younger girls because they're stupid. Just stupid to life, just naive, believe anything. Mind y'all, I didn't grow up bad or nothing. I just was outside. I've just always been doing it for the plot. But this time I took the plot a little too fucking far. And I really didn't understand what I was getting myself into. My mom was always telling me, I grew up in Vegas. She was always telling me, like, you need to be careful. It's men out here. They try to prey on young girls. Like, they'll get you to do stuff that you don't want to do. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So anyways, one day me and my best friend went to the strip and was walking around, and I had met this dude, and he was like just buying us drinks, like spending his money. And I'm like, oh, we up. At 18, you're literally still a fucking child. At 18, you're only 9 years older than a 9-year-old. Do you know how much a 9-year-old don't fucking know? And you think that I expected to know every fucking thing from 9 years from being a kid. That is, like, when I think about it now, my mama should have beat my ass. Okay, so when me and him dated, and one day he like, hey, come ride with me or whatever. And I'm like, all right. He's like, I'm about to pick up my cousin and her homegirl. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we pick up his cousin and his homegirl. Mind y'all, I have on the full sweatsuit. It's cold. They got on, hoes don't get cold. So just imagine what the fuck they got on for me. Look, I'm like, y'all are going to get pneumonia in y'all ass. Like, y'all not cold. So when we pick the cousins up, we take them to a hotel and he drop them off or whatever. I'm like, and I'm not thinking nothing of it because that has nothing to fucking do with me. That's your cousin. They're like, all right, we'll see you later or whatever. He's like, all right, yeah, just call me when y'all ready or whatever. And I'm like, what you mean call you when you're ready? He's like, they need a ride home. Not thinking nothing of it. So boom, fast forward. We do this and like, it's like a couple weeks go by. And like, I'm basically just riding around with him. He called me like, you want to ride with me? Duh. Passenger seat princess me, and not thinking anything of it. So after we dropped him off at the hotel, we go to our hotel that he got us because he was to be surprising me for the night. We're romantic night is what he's telling me, right? So we get to the room, whatever. We there, and like 2 hours pass, and he like, I'm about to go downstairs and play the tables. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not thinking nothing. I'm about to just chill. He like, just stay up here. Like, you not coming with me or whatever. And I'm like, all right. Like, and he like, if somebody knock on the door, answer it. And I'm like, okay. Like, who's supposed to be coming? He's like, my homeboy coming over here to get something or whatever. And I'm like, oh, what is he coming to get? He was like, oh, he know he coming to get, like, you'll know when he get here. And I'm like, oh, okay. So whatever, like an hour passed, y'all, and I hear a knock on the door, and it's his homeboy. And I'm like, oh, what's up? He was like, you ready? And I'm like, ready for the fuck what? He was like, yeah, he told me, like, you'll be up here and he'll be downstairs, and just let him know when we done. When we're done, what? Okay, so boom. I'm like, ain't no way you're here for me. Like, I think you're mistaken. Let me call him. Just stay out here. Because you're not coming in here after you just told me what you told me. You think I'm about to let you in this room? Give me 50 feet. So I leave his friend outside. I'm calling him and texting him. Mind you, you can't call or answer at the tables, right? But I know he has his Apple Watch on, so he see me. So eventually, like 10 minutes pass, and he step away. He called me. He like, what's up? And I'm like, you told me to stay up here and somebody was gonna come. Your homeboy was coming to get something, and it sounded like he came to get something from me, and I'm confused as fuck because what is going on? And when I say get something from me, I mean he wants my lady parts. I need you to start explaining because I'm going to call the police. And he like, man, what you talking about, Destiny? Like, you know what the fuck going on? No, the fuck I don't. He was like, I was showing you the ropes. You was riding with me. I asked you if you wanted to come. You seen when I picked up my homegirl. You said them was your cousins. He was like, yeah, one of them is my cousin, and that's my homeboy hoe. But her homegirl is my hoe. Ain't no way I didn't know these was some 304s and you was dollar bill. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck is really going on? He like, Destiny, you need to let him in the room. Like, he came down, he tripping, he acting like I don't got you on lock. You don't have me on lock. And I'm going to call the police. You're going to go to jail. So now as I'm talking to him, I'm texting my mom and my brother in the group chat. Like, I'm confused. Like, this man got me in this hotel room and somebody knocked on the door talking about they hear from me. And my mom write me back with a whole bunch of crying face emojis, laughing. Like, and I almost called her a bitch because what's funny? Now my brother like, Destiny, why I look like you at the Win? And I'm like, I am. I thought I was having a romantic getaway, and this man brings somebody upstairs talking about he ready for me. Oh, this man is a pimp, mom. He's a pimp, and I don't know if he's a gorilla pimp, but he told me he is on his way upstairs. I'm not opening this door. I don't know where his homie go. I don't know nothing. And then I put the bolt on the door because you're not about to get up in this room so you could slap the fuck out of me because that's what he told me he was coming to do. Slap who? So I locked myself in the bathroom and I'm like, y'all need to come get me. And they're like, what you mean we need to come get you? We told you we was going to California this weekend. Y'all, they're in California. I'm all the way in Vegas by myself. All my family lives in California. Just me, my mom, and my brother moved to Vegas. And I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm calling my best friend, like, where you at? Where you at? And she's like, she was like, I'm on the other side of town. No, get back here. So my mama like, you need to get out. You need to get out of there. Like, you need to hurry the fuck up and get out. Like, if he downstairs, you need to call somebody to come get you. So I'm packing my stuff up. And by the time I pack my stuff up and I go to try to open the door, he knocking on the door like, bitch, open the door. No. I'm gonna have to call security. Call him. Thank you. They're gonna rescue me. Please call him. So boom, he like, open the door. I'm like, I'm not opening the door. Like, you just told me you was gonna slap the fuck out of me, and if you put your hands on me, my family's going to ride at dawn. I don't care if it take them 3 hours to get here. He like, you really gonna make me cause a scene? That's what you want. You know your name on this room. You know you're gonna have to get the fuck out if I call downstairs. So I don't know why you don't just open this door. Who are you talking to? He's doing so much yelling. By this time, I guess one of the guests had called security. So now he like, now you got security up here. So now I hear him on the other side of the door switch the fuck up. Like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong. Like, we got into it and she tripping and she won't let me in the room. This not her. This is our room, but I need her to like just get her stuff and get out. She locked herself in there. Like, I don't know if y'all can assist me. Like, people are literally insane. Like, people are literally, that is diabolical. And they're like, ma'am, if this not your room, I need you to go. And I'm like, I'm not opening the door. And they're like, we'll be able to escort you out. Like, not top flight security of the world, Craig. Call the police. Like, so by this time, when all this going on, my best friend had already made it on the other side of town, and she was coming up the elevator. So when she got there, she was like, I heard her. So I was like, and the police was there. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to come out. So I come out, whatever. I got all my stuff. Y'all look at him dead in his face. And I say, you dead ass fucking wrong. Who the fuck do you think I am? And I just walk away because I'm confused. So as we trying to get out of the hotel, because we got to walk through, they come down, they're like, excuse me, Destiny. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, he said you stole something. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, we need to check your bag. So are y'all serious? So now they checking my bags. I'm like, I don't have anything like this. And now he's standing there just looking at me. And like, I'm not making eye contact with you because you're a pimp? And I'm telling him, like, he knows I don't have none of his stuff. Can I please just go? Like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to be here. Like, he's weird. Like, you're weird. So by the time me and my best friend make it to the car, y'all, I am shaking. Like, when I say shaking, I am shaking like a stripper at church. She look at me and she go, make that money, girl. Don't let it make you. This is not the time for fucking jokes. So when I finally, like, get to safety, because, like, what the fuck is going on here? I blocked him on everything. He cannot contact me. I ain't talked to him. He has none of my social media. Like, my family blocked him. Like, not like my cousins and stuff. Like, block him. He can't see nothing, right? So, whatever. Like, 2 weeks past, y'all. I'm in Hamburger Hut waiting for my wings, and all I hear is, oh, you didn't think I was going to see you again? You didn't think you were going to see me again, huh? Fuck no. I didn't even say nothing. I had just placed my order, so, like, I just, like, walk out, right? And I walk out and I go get in my car, but like I'm backed in the parking stall, right? So then I get on the phone, I call my best friend. I'm like, bitch, guess who the fuck is in here? And I don't know if I should stay or if I should go. I can't leave. Like, I already paid for my food and I want these wings bad. So now in my mind, I'm like, I hope he ordered his food ahead of time and he's just picking his food up. Like, I hope he's not ordering now, because if he's ordering now, y'all, he literally walked in right behind me and ordered. And I had just placed my order. So, like, ain't no fucking way. Are you following me? Where's Ashton Kutcher? Am I being punked? Like, where is he? There's no way. So I sit in the car, like, I'm not going in until I know my food is done. So I'm going to wait a little bit past the time. But only like 15 minutes had passed. And I was just like listening to music. And when I look up, all I see is him standing in front of my car with my bag of food. And he like come around and I I open my window. I'm like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, they called your name and I just said I'll bring it out here to you. And I was like, oh, that's my girl. Why the fuck are you telling anybody I'm your girl, sir? You are And I'm like, you're delusional. My window is open just enough to get my food through the window. And he's like, man, you really gonna act like that? No, are you really gonna act like that? Like, what the fuck was going on? Like, who was he that? He was like, man, it was a big misunderstanding. What's a big misunderstanding? He came and you told me to stay in that room. He came and knocked on the door and he told me to tell you when he was finished. What the fuck was he coming to finish? Because now I'm going to crash the fuck out. Because now I'm in my car and I'm safe. So what's up? I got my food and I will run your feet over. Like, at the end of the day. And he's like, you tripping. You just need to unblock me. I'm like, man, I'm not about to unblock you. Like, I don't got nothing to say. He was like, I've been trying to apologize. It was a big misunderstanding. I miss you. I realized that's not the life I wanted. I gave her to my homeboy, like, just call me. And I'm like, and I just roll my window up and I drive the fuck off because there's no fucking way. So, like, a couple of days passed because, like, I'm not unblocking you. Like, you sound goofy. He emailing me. So, like, I finally just, like, respond to the emails because for somebody to email me, what do you want? And I'm too nosy for my own good. Like, and I literally need to understand what's going on. So he ended up emailing me and he was like, I really want you to go on this trip. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. So fast forward to like a week later, like I still didn't unblock him. We was communicating through email, like here and there, right? And like do not call me dumb, but I went on the trip. So now we in San Diego. Okay, so boom. Yes, I went on the trip. Like y'all wanna went on the trip? Before we got to the trip, there was some things that I had to clear the fuck up because you think I'm dumb? Like I may be delusional a little bit, but a dummy, never. You're never gonna be able to call me a dummy. So there was rules and stipulations as well. One, I'm not going with you. He was like, okay, we could drive or we could fly. You could book me a ticket and send it to my email. I'm not driving in the car with you for 4 hours. Are you crazy? From Vegas to San Diego is literally insane. Like you're literally Bishop Don Juan and you think that I'm about to get in this car with you and drive across state lines for like at this point I don't even want to be on the same plane as you. Talking about I could book our tickets next to each other. No. Book it separately. I need you to book me a flight and I need my own hotel. I need you to roll the fucking red carpet out because I don't know what the fuck you think this is. You think that you was about to pimp me out and then you think I'm about to just be like, okay, you're a changed man in 2 weeks. God do change people, but I don't know if it's that fast. I'm a red eye girly. Put me on a flight late. So I end up telling him, like, make sure it's a late flight or early morning. Like, the flight's not that far, but, like, just make sure that it's late or early. So I ended up getting on the flight. Y'all, tell me why I go to my seat, and guess who the fuck is sitting right next to me? And I immediately walk up and I look at him and I just look at him and he looking at me and I'm looking at him and I look at the flight attendant and she looking at us and I'm like, is there another seat that you could change me to? And she's like, no, the flight's full. And he just looking at me smiling like, he's like, how your day? Go to hell. Like I can completely tell he didn't think any of this through. Why would you want to sit next to me? The nosiest bitch in America who asks a million questions and who needs to understand what the fuck is going on for an hour and 15 minutes. But if this is what you want, this is what you're going to get. So I sit next to him and I'm like, as soon as I put my seatbelt on, I'm like, are you okay? Did your mom love you? I literally just start asking questions. I don't even give him time to answer. I need you to hear me and then answer every question I got down that order. Like, did your mama love you? Like, where the fuck was your daddy? Why do you put hands on females? Who the fuck do you think you are? How many hoes do you got? Do you really think I think you changed your life in 2 weeks? Did you really change your life in 2 weeks? Who was that boy who came to that door? And why did you think I wasn't gonna call the police on you and send you to jail? He immediately looks at the flight attendant and said, when are you guys gonna start handing out drinks? Because he needs one. I want to start with your mama. She should have whipped your ass. Because what are you talking about? You got caught up in the wrong crew. You too fucking old. He like, man, this don't got nothing to do with the way I was raised. I got caught up with the wrong crowd. My cousin was telling me this and that, and I sounded good. I realized I wasn't about that life. And then when I got with you and I started fucking with you, I realized that I really did catch feelings. And I'm a lover boy. I'm not the type to just be pimping these bitches and act like I don't give a fuck about them. And I'm just sitting there looking at him. Because, like, go to hell. And why was somebody at your hotel room knocking on the door talking about you said let them know when we was done? When we was done with what? He was like, man, I apologize for that. You didn't give me a chance to apologize. It was so much going on. He wasn't even supposed to be at that room. I ended up texting him 2 room numbers. I did have my hoes on another floor, but the last room I texted him was my room number. Because we were talking, I had told him, like, this my room, just come up here when you done, and I sent him the room number. So that's why he came up there. So you text him 2 room numbers. You told him 1 room was yours, and he ended up at the room that was yours. And he was like, man, you act like you really don't believe me. I don't. So make it make sense and hurry the fuck up. He was like, he didn't open the message, Destiny. He was texting me, and when I sent him, I told him I was going to send him the room number, the last message, and he didn't open it. And I sent 2 room numbers back to back. And the last room number he seen that just popped up on his screen was mine. So I'm listening to everything he's saying because, like, I'm listening and I'm just taking it in. I don't forget nothing. I forget nothing, right? So I'm just listening and I'm like, all right, like, this is what you're saying it is, and I'm going to choose to believe you at this moment. But, like, the moment that you lie to me, I'm going to rip your Adam's apple out your throat. So, boom, we get to San Diego. And we get to the hotel, and he's like, all right, like, he gets to the counter, and he's like, I made a reservation for 1 room, and I look at him, and I'm like, no, he made a reservation for fucking 2. He He was like, man, all right, I made a reservation for 2. Can you make sure they're adjoining rooms? No. Can you make sure they're actually on separate floors? His room, do you have rooms in hell? So we going upstairs to the room. He's like, all right, let me know when you get ready. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to email you. And he's like, man, you need to stop fucking playing. I'm not fucking playing. I'm going to email you. I'm not unblocking you, bro. So I ended up unblocking him like 2 days into the trip. Like, we had a good time. He took me shopping. Like, we was going downtown, chilling, vibing, like at the beach, like just really whining and dining me, telling me all the sweet nothings, like just having a good time. So I'm only 18, so I can't go into no 21 and over clubs. I can't do none of that, right? So we just doing regular couple shit at this point. So on Sunday, he had told me, like, Friday, like, we're gonna meet up with my homie and his girl, and we're gonna go eat breakfast on Sunday. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not tripping, like, whatever. So we have breakfast, whatever. We meet them, and they cool as fuck. And it's kind of like a brunch spot. But y'all know they slipping me drinks because I can't drink. So I'm drinking, I'm getting faded. Like, and she's like, oh, my homegirls is coming up here. Like, they cool. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, bet. So it's like 4 or 5 of her homegirls, and like we have like kind of like it like kind of turned into like a day party. But since I was already in there, like they really like they knew the people. So like they wasn't carding me or checking me or nothing, right? So it like turned into a day party. So during the day party, like we lit, having a great time or whatever, right? So boom, that ends. Me and him, like, I'm cool. The girls is cool. We go back to the room or whatever. Like, I ended up staying in his room the last night or whatever, right? Because, like, now we are in love. So we get back from San Diego, go back to Vegas, everything good, right? Like, 2-3 weeks later, he had, like, decorated this room, asked me to be his girlfriend, all types of things. And I'm like, yes, y'all know, I fall in love in 2 to 3 business days. This is not nothing new. I have been doing this my whole life. Right, so now, like, we in love, we in bliss. So my birthday is coming up, right? So he like, we're gonna go on a trip for your birthday. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So when he sends the itinerary over, where's the trip? San Diego. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. We had a great time in San Diego. Now I'm going into 19. Okay, so now I'm turning 19. So my mom, like, you need to be careful. Like, I don't know, I just don't trust him. And I'm like, Mom, you know, like, he made a mistake. Like, he apologized. Like, he made up for it. Like, yada, 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 this, that, and the other. Like, you're going to have to accept him. So I'm asking him all these questions, like, ooh, where we staying? Like, what we gonna do? Like, I'm excited, like, right? Going on a trip for my birthday or whatever. He was like, we got a big Airbnb. Melanie and Dave is gonna be there too. Melanie and Dave is the people that we went to lunch with. Mind you, me and Melanie got cool. And her other homegirls, like, we all kept in touch. We followed each other on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, right? So, like, they cool. Like, they ain't post nothing for me to see, like, nothing out of the ordinary, just like regular shit, right? So we get to San Diego and we all staying in the Airbnb. So there's 4 of us in the Airbnb: Dave, Melanie, me, and him. So when we get to the Airbnb one night, all the girls come over. And she's like, oh, my homegirl's coming over. Remember we had a great time? I'm like, yeah. So, like, we taking shots or whatever. Mind you, I'm still underage. I'm 19. But we taking shots or whatever. And I'm a lightweight, so it don't take that much. Take me, like, 2 shots and I'm done. So when everybody came over, like, we was pre-gaming. So about 9 o'clock, 9:30, we start getting dressed or whatever, right? So I start doing my makeup, and it take me a minute to do my makeup. And I start seeing them come out with, like, clothes on, and I instantly get on my phone and check my weather app because it's cold as fuck outside. So what are y'all doing, right? So I'm not thinking nothing of it because I'm not getting pneumonia in my ass. Y'all do whatever y'all feel like doing. Like, an hour later, like, after I get out the shower, I come out the room, and on the bed is, like, this, like, bathing suit with, like, a fur jacket. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? He like, you need to put this on. You going with them. Going with them where? So now we tussling because ain't no fucking way. But, like, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice. I cannot put the blame on you. But fool me 3 times. It's my birthday. My birthday tomorrow. Because there's no way I'm a dummy. After the tussle, I start breaking down because I'm not about to win this. Y'all, I'm only 5'3". At that time, like 120 pounds. He must have, oh my God, you're gonna go to jail. So we arguing, we going back and forth. By this time, he had snatched my phone, like, real fast. Like, everything happened so fast. It happened so fast. He snatched my phone. Like, I don't know, like, I'm out here by myself. Like, my mama told me I should have brought my ass out here. Now I gotta fucking call her and hear that. I have to put this outfit on because this is the only way I'm gonna be able to get out of this house. Like he's already like just doing it up, like saying what he gonna do, da, 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 and I am in straight confusion. Oh my God, you're a monster. He like, nah, bitch, I'm a pimp. Put that shit on now. I had on a bathing suit with a fur coat. Like, there's no way this is the Players Club. The blade on my birthday is crazy. So I had my sidekick in my bag. So when he turned his back, I grabbed my sidekick and I put it in the pocket that's in the fur. And I also grabbed some mace and I put it in there because I don't go nowhere without my mace. Like my grandma taught me that at a young age. So now I got this stupid ass dumbass outfit on and I go outside and they looking at me like, you going to junior bachelor's party? Like, I want to go home. I'm gonna call the police as soon as I can. I'm sorry, I'm quiet as fuck. He giving a rundown like, this what the fuck you gonna do? This how much it is when people come up, da da da. And I'm just standing there looking like, when they what? I hope I see a police officer and flag him down. This is all I'm thinking in my mind. So I'm just standing there looking, these girls giggling like, yes, daddy. Like, and then whatever y'all make, y'all gonna give you my money? I'm the only one that looks confused and distraught. They're like, you need to wipe them tears from your face. You about to go turn the trick. I'm gonna know. You should have knew what the fuck this was. Like, when should I have known? Like, I know I should have known. Like, you said sorry. So now, y'all, they drop us off. Like, we go like 20 minutes out, they drop us off. They're like, all right, get out. We gonna be like somewhere around. Like, and I'm like, fuck. Like, what they mean they gonna be somewhere around? Like, how the fuck am I about to make my great escape? They like, and if any of you bitches step out of line, we gonna know what's up, so we dare you. Destiny, we know what you already on. You over here crying and shit, you need to get it the fuck together. I am flabbergasted. So now I'm outside on the corner, crying hard. And then this girl come over and I'll never forget her name. Her name was China. And she was like, you need to just stop crying. Like, she was so sweet. Like, and I'm looking like, girl, why are you not crying with me? And she like, you just got to do what you got to do. Like, it's just a couple hours, Destiny. Like, just straighten up. You don't want to get in trouble. And I'm like, no, you don't understand, China. Like, when my family ride at dawn, do you want me to save you too? And I'm looking at her because I can't tell her that, but this is what I'm thinking in my mind. And I'm like, you know, and I'm not saying nothing. I'm just thinking this, like, because you're not about to tell on me, ma'am. I don't know you. I don't trust you. I don't know you from nowhere. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, I got to stick with China. And she was like, when I need to take a break, I just go over here. Like, you really not out the way, but you out the way. So I'm like, okay. So like an hour passed, y'all, nothing, no motion. Because it don't matter if there's no motion because I'm walking around with my fur closed. Now, this whole time I'm thinking, am I going to call the police or my brother? But then I'm like, I need to get out of San Diego. If I call the police, I'm still going to be stuck in San Diego. I need to get out. I need to escape the city. So when she had took me like over there in a little spot, I had ended up turning my phone on in my pocket. Like, and I I had like bent down, like took my coat off and like put it on my lap. Like I was looking at it, but like you really couldn't see. It was very discreet. I turned like the brightness down and I ended up calling my brother. And when he answered, I put it back in my pocket and I put my coat on. So I'm asking China, like, we walk back over there, I'm gonna get over there. And as they're talking, I take my jacket back off and like I put it on my arms, but I make sure my phone is kind of like where you could really hear me. So I'm telling them how like I'm not supposed to be here, how like I was supposed to come out here on my birthday trip. Like the last time we came out here, I remember seeing y'all, but I didn't even know that y'all was like outside like that. Like, cause y'all outside, like y'all stand out here all night. Like, what's y'all hours? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, y'all feet don't hurt. Like, we out here in heels. Like, they like, you better not take your shoes off. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna come up out of these. So I finally get the location. She's like, yeah, we come by the Denny's and then there's a 7-Eleven because usually that's where people be and there's a strip club down the street, yada, 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 right? So I'm like, oh, okay. So now she giving out landmarks. So I'm like, boom. So by this time, I'm from Rancho Cucamonga. By the time it takes to get from Rancho Cucamonga to where I'm at in San Diego, it's like a 2-hour drive. It better take these motherfuckers 1.5. Get here fast. So, and I know they're on the way because what I'm saying sounds like, drop everything, 911, Craig's in trouble, come quick. How the fuck am I supposed to know how long I've been out here? But I can tell you this, I was standing out there for a long ass fucking time, okay? So as I'm standing out there and I'm like, oh my God, like, they should be pulling the fuck up any minute. I just keep looking at my wrist that has no watch on it because this cannot be my life. It's cold as fuck. My fur is closed and a car pull up. And he like, hey. And I'm ignoring the fuck out of him because I know he ain't talking to me. Like, he can't be talking to me. So China walks up to the car and then she come back and she like, oh, he wants you. And I'm like, he don't want me. So I'm like, no, sir, like, I've been kidnapped. Like, keep on going. And not only keep on going, call the police while you at it and tell them where I'm at. But as he drives off, there's somebody who I see police never drive by, but when that dude drive off, here come the truck, and he hop out like, bitch, what you doing? I told you, you out here, you not trying to make no money, you turning away money, you turning away my money, I had to slap the fuck out of you, yada yada yada. And I'm like, bro, like at this time, like, so now I'm backing up, walking away, like, you ain't gonna do nothing. But I don't know where the fuck my brother came from, but by the time like I'm backing up, all I see is him hit the fucking floor. Mind you, his homeboy had to go to the other corner, so now here come my other cousins. He left his Pimp in the car sitting on the seat. So I already knew when he popped out, I seen him take it off his lap and put it on the seat. So I'm not even worried about that, y'all. My cousins come pack him out. They beat him the fuck up. They like, Destiny, get in the car. And I'm like, China, are you coming? Like, are you coming? So before I go get in the car, two of the girls run up. So like I hit one of them and knock her on the floor, and the other one, my cousin just swung her. And then China, I'm like, are you coming? She over there trying to make sure he okay, talking about, daddy, no, oh my God, y'all stop. Like, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. I go get in the car because this is my escape. Y'all, I have nothing. All I have is my sidekick. I tell my brother, get my phone, because they knocked him out. Now at this point, he's asleep. Get my phone. So they get his phone out the pocket, y'all. They go in the car. I don't know what the fuck they get out the car, because that's not my business. If you got robbed, oh well. So me and them get in the car, and now we driving. Now we hop on the freeway. Like, now everybody just dead silent. They all just look at me and say, Destiny, what the fuck is wrong with you? We told you not to come out here. We told you that nigga was a pimp. You don't want to listen to nothing. Da, da, da. Now I start crying because why are y'all being mean to me? You got us out here crashing out. You talking about you want to celebrate your birthday. Happy fucking birthday. Happy fucking birthday. So boom, we get to my grandma's house. And my grandma, like, I'm telling now everybody, not the whole family there. They didn't warn the troops for real. Everybody there. So I walk in and everybody looking at me. Mind you, I still have on this fur coat and this bathing suit. So now everybody's standing there looking at me and I'm looking at them. Like, it's my birthday. I'm not doing this today. Sing happy birthday or leave me the fuck alone. So now we singing happy birthday. Like, y'all already know what happened. My cousin and my brother over there, they still mad as fuck, talking shit. I got to hear them. They over there telling the story. I told people to mind their business. They don't have to, because they're telling them everything that's going on. Can't even be mad at them. So by this time, I'm just sitting around chilling, like drinking, because I can't believe this is my life, like crying, just crying. So now, like, I'm talking, enjoying my fucking birthday. Just got off the blade. My phone started ringing. Like, no, there's no way. Word on the curb is he wanted to beat my ass. Okay, so when my phone was ringing, I was like, I'm not answering it. Like, I see that it's JR, and his name is not Junior, it's JR, and get it right, because I almost got the shit slapped out of me for that. My phone keep going off, and everybody looking at me, and they like, you not gonna answer the phone? My brother and my cousin like, you not gonna answer the phone? You acting scared of that nigga? Yes! What you gotta be scared for? You scared of that nigga? That's a buster ass nigga. He out here, all he do is put his hands on bitches. He won't put his hands on no nigga. I heard about him. We did research on him. And what did the streets say about him? He a fake ass pimp. That's why he only fuck with young girls. This, that, and the other. And you a dummy. You're a dummy. So boom, they pick the phone up. They on the phone with him, and they like, you got my sister fucked up. Like, if you want to see us, come see us. You want whatever you want back, because they did rob him. Come get it. You gonna have to get this back in blood. What? And at this point, I'm on their side. You kidnapped me. So I had ended up staying in California for a couple months, and like 3.5 months had passed, and like China wrote me on Facebook, and she was like, hey Destiny, like, I really need to talk to you. Can you give me a call? But like, girl, you didn't want to be saved. Like, why would I give you a call? Like, for all I know, this is a fucking setup. So fast forward to like a month and a half after she had wrote me on Facebook, and I just ignored her. My mom ended up calling me like, Destiny, there's some detectives at the door, and they gave me your card, and they looking for you. And I'm like, some detectives? Like, jail? Now I'm sitting there thinking like, well, what the fuck did I do for a detective to be at my house? Like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like, all right, give me their number. So I end up calling, and I'm like, hello? And they're like, hi, yeah, this is Detective Stabler. No, I was playing, that wasn't their name, but I don't remember their name. He's like, yeah, we have a subpoena for you to come testify in the stand for Alicia. And I'm like, who is Alicia? And she's like, she goes by the street name China. She put you down as a witness, and it's for a trafficking case. And I'm like, I really don't want to like testify. Like, I'm trying to move past that. I'm trying to put that behind me. And they're like, well, you need to come testify, because she said you're an eyewitness. Do you have any dealings with JR? And I'm like, well, yeah, he kidnapped me. So in the midst of that, the trial doesn't start for like another 3 months after I talk to the detective. So I have the date that I have to be in court. Tell me why, like a month and a half before that, I get a phone call from Clark County Detention Center. And now that I know who's in jail, I'm not answering that. Why would I answer that? So I know who that is. Then, like 2 weeks pass, and my mom like, you got a letter from, it say JR. And I'm like, open it and read it. So she reading the letter and it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you. Like, I know you mad at me. I know you hate me. I hope we could get off to a better foot. As you could see, I'm writing you from jail. Like, I'm innocent. I don't know what they're talking about. You know, I never put my hands on you like that. So I don't know what they're talking about. And I just hope that, I heard that you were going to testify. And I hope that you don't. You're going to jail. So after we get done laughing at Money Mike letter, because sir, you're already in jail. Like, I don't think I can help you. And I'm not even the one that called the police on you when I should have, because you kidnapped me. You lucky my cousin and my brothers were telling me how dumb I was, and it's really not his fault that I was an idiot. So what you pressing charges on him for? Because you stupid? Like, literally, this is what I was dealing with. So now when I get that letter, I'm like, let me call China. So I write China back on Facebook, and I'm like, girl, I just got a letter from JR, and he telling me that, like, basically he don't want me to testify against him, which I'm confused with, because I don't think he should be reaching out to the witnesses via mail. Ain't that witness tampering? Now I'm on the phone with China and I'm like, what is going on? Like, I hope you okay. Like, girl, I thought you didn't want to be saved. She was like, I don't know, Destiny. Like, he was tripping when you left because he didn't know if he was going to call the police and he was going to get caught up. So he started playing with his nose. And I don't know if you know, but at that time I was 17. You was 17. It's like, did me so foul. He had left me outside for like 3 days. All he did was bring me a change of clothes. Like, he was threatening me. He made me change my clothes in the bathroom. He gave me wet wipes. And at one point I just was so broken down I had to call my mom to come get me. When he found out I called my mama, because one of the other girls had told him, like, she was on the phone crying to her mom. That was the last straw. He ended up putting me in the hospital and my mama had to come and get me. Girl, why didn't you come when I was trying to rescue you? And she's like, that's me. It's just a long story. Like, mentally, like, he's the only one that cared about me. Like, he's the only one that loved me. Like, he's been with me since I was 15. He's been grooming you for 2 years. Mind you, all this is happening while China is pregnant by her pimp. So, he just do this. This is what he does. My brother and him said he preys on young girls because he sucks at pimping. So me and her get off the phone, and I end up calling my mom, and I mean my mama on the phone, because fresh off the fucking press, did you know China was pregnant? So now fast forward to like a week later, after I get the letter and after I'm on the phone with China, and I get a phone call from a number I don't know. Like, I don't know this number. So when I pick the phone up, she's like, hi, Destiny, this is Miss Carol. And I'm like, Miss Carol? Mind y'all, that's JR mama. And I'm confused because, like, hey, Miss Carol, like, why are you calling me and your son kidnapped me? And I'm like, hi. And she's like, I have JR on the phone. He wanted me to three-way you. I said, the pimp? Hang up on you. Not in the mood. Ma'am, do you know your son a pimp? It's like, what the fuck is, like, how is you cool? She calls me back and she's like, I'm sorry, Destiny. I didn't know you didn't want to speak to him. I didn't know it was that serious. I'm like, ma'am, your son put me on a corner on my birthday. And she's like, are you going to test? I know. He apologized. He told me that y'all were on better terms. Like, please don't testify against him. I can't lose my son for all them years. Ma'am, go to hell. He keep calling me. So one day I picked the phone up and I'm like, man, why do you keep calling me? Like, I don't think that you should be trying to contact me. And he like, Destiny, please, like, you the only one that, like, really wasn't on no bullshit with me. Like, and I really turned my back against you and I betrayed you and I'm sorry. And I just hope that we could figure this out. I don't want you to testify against me. Like, I really did love you. I care for you. And me sitting down and understanding. I'm like, why did you throw bleach on that girl? You got that girl pregnant. She was a minor. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. He's trying to explain to me that I don't know what's going on. I'm tripping. That girl lying. Her family lying. They just mad because he was gonna make that girl send that baby back to God. You don't think they mad because you was abusing their child? Like, do you know you're sick in the head or no? You need medications prescribed probably. So eventually, like, after I cuss him out when he calls me and I'm like, don't call my phone back, he's still calling my phone back. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to play in this man's face because we're going to do it for the plot as always. He continues to call me and I'm like, you know what? Like, I finally just tell him, like, I'm not going to testify against you. Like, China, I tried to save her that night. She didn't want to be saved. Like, apparently it wasn't that bad. Like, you was foul, but you are a good person. You do have a good heart. Like, and I know, he was like, and I've been reading my Bible, and I'm like, and I know that God can change people. Like, y'all, we on the phone, we praying, everything. Once we locked in, ain't no switching up. Like, I'm not telling on you. So when they call me on the stand and I walk in and I look at him, his eyes big as fuck, cause like he looked confused, right? So I get on the stand and they're like, they swear me in, like, do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? And I never lied under oath. I don't know why y'all be lying under oath. Like, I tell him everything. Like, he kidnapped me, he had me on the corner, like he was holding me against my will. I tried to leave, like he was threatening me, he was doing all these things. Like, he's sitting there, eyes big, lawyer confused. Lawyer confused. Mind you, he has a public defender. So like the public defender, he ain't really giving a fuck. Like, sir, you're going to jail. After I got up there and I snitched on him, snitched, pointed. That's him, right there in the orange. JR, him right there. That's the one who did it. That's the one who had me on the blade on my birthday, Your Honor. I don't know what happened after I testified. Like, I know that he got sentenced to the maximum time that you could get sentenced. Bye, Diddy.